Well, Andrew Toovey has a few years on die. He turned 40 this year, and yet this performance is a first for his music at the Cheltenham Festival, and it's the first time the London Sinfonietta have ever played his music. Could this possibly be true?
Yeah, it is true. It's amazing. Having seen so many concerts of theirs, I'm not quite sure why I haven't been involved with them before, but it's very exciting being both in Cheltenham and being a part of the Sinfonietta programme. It's kind of amazing. I don't know whether that means at 40 you become respectable. That's very scary.
Yes. The Sinfonietta tonight are going to be playing your piece White Fire. Now, you're a composer who's kind of inspired a lot by art. Is that the case in this case?
That's true, yeah. This title comes from a Barnett Newman painting, which is in New York. And he's actually done a series of paintings called White Fire, and they progressively get more kind of dense in terms of the kind of blackness of them, apart from this kind of white heat that they seem to emanate. And I've actually done a version called White Fire 2, which is a kind of extension of this idea. So I don't know whether I'm going to go on. It's Ben-Hur times 3 or Alien 4 or something. So White Fire 9, but we'll see. I don't know.
This one was written in 1988, is it? So can you see your style progressing as well through
I
all
was
the
just
various versions?
Yeah, actually there's quite a lot of difference. It feels like it's quite strange hearing it. I've heard this piece quite a lot actually with lots of different groups, but it's still quite odd to hear something which is 14 odd years old, because it feels like something I wouldn't do now. It's a bit odd.
So how have you actually translated that visual idea into music?
It's just a very noisy, I think the word dirty might come into mind. It's just a very heavy, frantic kind of piece. So I don't think you can really capture this idea of this dense surface in terms of trying to make some quiet, kind of high sound. I've just made a very heavy, loud piece, and the piano plays a lot of clusters. The clarinet is very high and piercing, and the strings, violin and cello, are kind of really pulling their strings. They're doing these kind of figures, very quick figures and sixes and things. So it's just very loud and noisy and brutal.
And they're kind of racing along, and everything else is a lot of sustained material over the top as well. I mean, those two things are pulling against each other as well.
Yeah, constantly.